Welcome back to Cattin' and Chattin'. Today we're going to be going over one of Jay's surf rods in our season review of our gear. It's beer 30. We're going for it. Take it away, Jay.
Alrighty. So this is, well, I would say Big Daddy, but it's technically Big Daddy Jr., DP&L Jr. I have another big rod. It's a 15-foot Okuma surf rod, but
we call it Dayton Power and Light because it's the size of a telephone pole.
DP&L stands for Dayton Power and Light, and the other pole, it is a fucking light pole. The handle of it comes down. It's almost the size of a fucking beer can. But that rod will maybe get shown in a later video. I don't know. It's in 3 pieces. This is my big surf rod. This is my distance. This is the one that we have to sound an air horn out before I cast for boaters.
And I have left little Easter eggs in our videos from, I believe it's Cattin' and Chattin' Volume 1 and Volume 2. You'll hear us leave the cast in and you hear the sound of the cast. And then 4 seconds after he cast, you hear it go pop in the water and ducks scatter off in the distance. That would be this rod.
Yeah, this is the one I get some distance out of. I have been able to put everything I've got into a cast in this thing, and it just handles it like a dream. I actually didn't buy this. This was a gift, Christmas gift from my girlfriend. It was on my Amazon wish list, and it's actually a budget surf rod. This is like one of the cheaper ones you can get.
About how much does it cost?
I think this was around 40 bucks. Give or take, I'm not sure. It's a Shakespeare Tidewater. 12-footer, comes in 2 pieces. And I'm trying to look for the specs on it. Ah, there they are underneath. 12-foot. It's a medium action surf rod. It's got, it says to use 10 to 25 pound test line. I've got 65 pound Power Pro on it. Does not have a weight on it as far as what the maximum or minimum weight is. I think the heaviest I've thrown on this is 5 ounces, and not a problem. That's 5 ounces with a bait, a big bait.
That's just the weight of the sinker is 5 ounces.
Right now I've got a 3 on there, I believe. Yeah, it's a 3. But it's a great rod. I got braid on it, and it's a Shakespeare rod. And surprisingly, using the braid on it all this year, especially heavy braid, there's no notches or grooves or anything in the tips or the eyes. So it's got some good quality eyes on it. It's got stainless steel reel seat on it. It's got a plastic nut, but don't let it fool you. It's beefy. It's heavy duty. The reel?
Yeah, the reel.
The reel is a Penn Pursuit 2 6000 series reel. It's all saltwater gear, but we're in freshwater Ohio. But hey, if it works, it works. Run what you brung, right, JD?
Yeah, definitely run what you brung. Now, does this have? Is it a bait and run reel?
No, it's just your basic spinning reel.
So when you cast, you have to actually loosen.
Yeah, you gotta loosen your drag. And it's actually, this is the one. I don't think we had the video of that where this rod almost took off. I think we forgot the camera on that one, didn't we?
No, I think it actually is in one of our videos. It is in one of our videos, and you can hear it actually almost go over the concrete retaining wall as Jay and myself are laughing hysterically after he reels in the fish about how his rod almost went over a 2.5, 3 foot retaining wall.
It was a 5 pound channel cat at best. But anyway, yeah, that was.
Hey man, that guy fought times. for all he had.
But yeah, like I said, the rod's about a $40 rod roughly. I'm not sure exactly. I know some of the stores down south, like closer to the ocean, they have this rod they sell. I'm not sure what it goes for. I got it off Amazon as a gift, so it's been a great rod. The reel I bought myself a couple years ago, again off of Amazon. We love Amazon.
Get it fast and cheap.
Yeah,
That's what he said.
and Walmarts and around here don't really have a lot to pick from as far as bigger gear. It's mostly small stuff, but we are a freshwater region. But yeah, and then Cabela's, of course, Cabela's and Field and Stream, Bass Pro, they got a little bit of a markup. But anyway, like I said, it's a Penn Pursuit 2. Stainless steel, I believe, stainless steel or aluminum spool. It's pretty loud when you got your drag loosened. You can hear it. It's been real dependable. Like I said, I can put everything I've got into casting this with whatever weight on it. I could probably cast a brick with this thing and it'd be fine.
He's landed bass boats with it.
Pontoon boats.
And a pontoon boat.
I did turn a pontoon boat around in his while he hooked my line on the trolling motor. Yeah, I yanked on it and actually was able to pull the boat around in a circle. The cool thing about this one, you don't have to unscrew the cap to take the handle off. You turn the handle backwards and it unscrews, and this handle also is collapsible for storage,
which comes in mighty handy when we're going to and from our fishing spots.
But yeah, the handle's good on it. It's got a good sturdy. I mean, it's built for saltwater, so I've put this thing to the ringer for a couple years now. It's been great. The reel has. This reel used to be on the big DP&L rod, but I kind of quit using 15-foot rods around here. Kind of hard to find areas to cast when we got a lot of trees and shit around. So 12-foot's a little.
Yeah, the 15-footer was definitely more of a joke.
Yeah, it was a joke. It was only like a $40 rod itself, so.
But the laugh that it caused, I mean, just the fact that we have one of those and have actually casted it and caught a fish on it was fucking priceless. The other thing that I have to say, in one of our previous videos, we talked about the Cast Kings not having the tips line up with the actual rod for a 2-piece. And we talked about the retaining systems that we had. This right here is one of the Velcro strips that we were talking about that you can find just about anywhere that are well worth it.
Walmart's got the 3M ones. They're a little pricey. I think you get like 6 or 7 of them in a package for like $4 or $5. Again, not to push it, but Harbor Freight, I bought a bag of these strips. I think I got 100 of them for $5.
Yeah.
And cool thing about it is I keep my weight up there with it, so it's not beating the hell out of everything and flopping around, especially when you're using certain rigs where your sinker dangles off. But yeah, once I'm ready to reuse it, I undo the Velcro, re-wrap it around the handle, and it stays on the handle.
No muss, no fuss, just get out fishing. And I mean, you've been using those things for years.
Oh yeah,
so.
I pack it up, re-wrap it around. Don't forget your sinker if you have to do that.
And this thing's great. Those
and it holds tight. It's never come loose on me.
Yeah, the Velcro is definitely the way to go if you're catfishing and running like helicopter rigs, your hybrid rigs where you're doing like a Sandy Cooper rig and you have your weight just slinging around, and so it's not beating the living shit out of your rod. You have it tied down, it's secured, and bonus, if it's in a vehicle that's not a truck and you've got it in a rack on the headrest, you don't have to worry about that 3-ounce, 5-ounce weight smacking you in the head when you take a left turn too sharp.
But yeah, I got one of these strips on each end of the rod. The other one is at the bottom, underneath the very bottom eyelet, the biggest one. And when I have it undone, I re-wrap it around. It stays put. It never slides down. It stays exactly where I put it, so I have no complaints over the Velcro. But like I said, you can find it anywhere. Walmart, Harbor Freight, craft stores, just about even your automotive stores have it. You can get them in the electronics or the hardware. But that's it for the rod, or the rod and reel. Other than the reel, cool thing about the Penn reel is it actually has the specs on the spool for mono and braid. This thing, the reel says a minimum on monos of 15-pound line, 295 yards, clear up to 25-pound mono, 185 yards. The braid is 30-pound braid, 450 yards. 50-pound braid, 305 yards. So that tells you the capacity. This thing's got a lot of distance you can get out of it.
And that thing hucks weight unlike any other rod that we've had so far. I mean, he's loaded it down with a 5-ounce sinker on the Ohio River and about a 3.5 to 4-inch bluegill on that thing. Threw it out there just fine. And when we're preparing bait, he has his go-to knives for filleting our catfish that we got. And what are these knives?
So this is kind of a dual purpose knife for us. This is one we use as a bait knife when JD's not quick enough to get his pocket knife out.
Or dropping it off the back of the car.
Dropping it off the car when you forget to put it in when you're done.
Twice.
It's
seen some shit.
Yeah, it's seen some shit. The tip of the guard has come off, but the tip of the knife does not come out, so no worries there. It's cheap, what is it, fake leather or whatever you call it.
Yeah.
But it's got a plastic insert in it, so it's not going anywhere. It's not going to hurt the blade. It's just a Rapala. I think I paid like $8 or $9 for this thing. I bought it at Cabela's. Actually, the same time you bought your Ambassador reel and the ugly stick rod. This is usually our bait knife. This is the one I pull out. We cut bait with it. It's a short 5-inch knife. You can see I don't clean it. I don't mess with it until, well, I do clean it when I do get ready to fillet fish. But as far as cutting bait, that's primarily what it's used for. I used to fillet fish with with this knife all the time, but it gets just to be a pain in the ass and a hassle to always keep it sharp. Have JD sharpen it for you because he is an excellent blade sharpener.
I've had practice.
Yeah, he's had lots of practice. But it's just a pain in the ass to keep your knife sharp. So this has ended up being for the most part, our bait knife. Filleting, which is going to surprise most of you guys. Another gift from my girlfriend. This was a birthday gift this year. A Havilon Piranta. This is a pocket knife. But this thing is, all I gotta say is fucking amazing. I use this to fillet fish, and when I do catfish, I don't fillet the skin off. I peel the skin off, rip it off, whatever you want to call it, and then all I'm left with is the meat and the carcass. And this is what I use to cut the meat off the fish. And this is, I would say, almost as good as any fillet knife I've ever used. And it's actually better because you don't have to worry about sharpening this. You open this up, it locks, it's stable, it does not move. I have actually tried to close this with the lock and gauge, and it does not go. It's either plastic handle, and the rest of it's all stainless surgical steel.
And for those of you who are knife nerds like myself, this is actually a liner lock integrated in here. So you don't have to worry about it closing on your hand as you're going for it.
But it closes up, it's nice. But the cool thing about this is these take, there's a couple different designs and styles you can get, but this is just your basic 60A surgical stainless steel scalpel blades. And I can't remember exactly how to get get finger back here. It comes with a little tool to use to take these off, but it's kind of a hassle. So you just pop that back up. If I can do this without slicing my damn finger off, the blade pops off. When it gets dull, You take you an empty pop bottle or a water bottle or something, stick this in it. Or if you've got a loved one or somebody that works at a medical, they can throw it away in their sharps thing. When you buy this, it comes with 12 extra blades, and you can actually buy on Amazon, you can buy more blades. You can get back a pack of 50 for like 10 bucks, I think.
Wow, that cheap?
Yeah.
Well, that saves me a lot of sharpening.
Yeah. But when you buy the knife, it comes with 12 extra blades, and they come in these nice little neat pouches that are sealed. A lot of guys use these for deer hunting when they're cleaning game and shit. Field dressing, stuff like that. But yeah, it's a great knife. It works amazing when you're cleaning fish. Like I said, the blade gets dull. You swap it out for another one.
Wow, no muss, no fuss. Just
pops in there, locks on. Does not come off until you want it to come off. But great knife. I think this was like 26 bucks, Amazon. The handle, you can get it in black or orange. And I think they came out with a pink one for the ladies. So,
well, the wives and the girlfriends or
Yeah.
boyfriends, we don't judge.
no judgment here.
We'll appreciate that.
Comes in a nice little pouch. I don't know where the little tool is to use to take the blades off. I don't use it. The best way I've found taking the blades off is, I'll show you this. Usually when I'm skinning my catfish, I have a good pair of pliers on hand. Right now I grab my needle nose out of the tackle bag. This is the best and safest way to do it. Don't have anybody in front of you. Pop the back up, pull it off. You're good to go. And to put the new blade on, same way. There you go. You ain't got to worry about cutting yourself. Just a pair of pliers. You're good to go. Stainless blade just does not rust. I wash it off. I'm done cleaning fish. Throw it on the counter, let it dry for a few minutes, and back in the pouch it goes. This thing, we don't clean it, we don't wash it or anything, rarely, and there's not a speck of rust on that. That is just fish guts on there, that's it. No rust at all. So I can say Rapala, he makes some good blades. Just a pain in the ass to sharpen. So that's it, guys, on the surf rod and knife portion.
Don't forget to click the motherfucking subscribe button.
Subscribe, motherfucker.
Remember to hook them deep and keep them wet.